This month, I'd like to address the topic of worth, value. More specifically, I'd like to address the subject of your worth and your value. Have you ever had fleeting thoughts dealing with your significance, wondering, am I really valuable apart from what I can do for people or for what I can accomplish? Have you ever wondered if you really have any true measure of worth? Are you really important? Or are you just easily discarded, disposable, worthless? What I would like to do is to address these questions today with a very simple yet profound illustration. And I must tell you, this illustration does not come from my own creativity. A dear friend shared it with me 25 years ago, and the illustration is still impacting my life today. Now, where he got this illustration, I honestly do not know, but I really feel confident that if we could trace it back all the way to the root, we'd see that it actually began in the heart of God. Let's move on to the illustration now. I want to suppose that I have found this stone along the roadside. And it's a very large stone, and it actually looks like it could possibly be a diamond. Now, I can't really be sure if that's what it is. It could clearly just be cut glass. Or it could be a very clever imitation, a cubic zirconium. But the only way I'm truly going to be able to find out if this is a genuine stone is to take it to an expert in the field. And the expert in the field of diamonds is a jeweler, a master jeweler. And if you've ever been to a jeweler, you know how they have that special glass that they look through, and they're able to tell you the color of the stone, the clarity, the cut, the carats. So let's just suppose that I have taken this stone to him, and after careful inspection, he comes back with the news that yes, this is a genuine diamond. But he goes on to say not only is this diamond genuine, this diamond is very rare and it has an impeccable cut. And then he further goes on to tell us that this diamond in value monetarily is worth $1 million. And if that were the case, we would definitely have a priceless gem, wouldn't we? Now, I want to take the story of the diamond and this scale behind me, and I want to illustrate to you the value of this diamond. Now, this scale behind me is not your ordinary scale. It does not determine weight, it determines worth. I'm going to go ahead and write this down here so we'll remember that. This scale is a worth scale. Now, in order for both sides to balance out, both sides must be equal in value or equal in worth. Now, let me illustrate the scale for you by using the diamond. This diamond, according to the expert in the field, the master jeweler, now that's important, let me write that down as well. The master jeweler was the expert that we took this diamond to. And he, the expert, after careful inspection, determined for us that this stone was genuine and it was worth $1 million. Now, if I was to place this diamond on this side of the scale, this worth scale, in order for it to balance out, I would need to place $1 million on this side. Let me show you with my hands. With the diamond on this side and the $1 million here, the diamond will not go down saying that it is of more value or worth than the $1 million, nor will the scale tip in this direction saying that the $1 million is worth more than the diamond. The scale, the worth scale, is going to balance out because the expert in the field has determined the price, and he says the diamond is equal in value to that of $1 million. Now, I want to lay aside the diamond, and I want to talk about you. What are you worth? What is your value, dear one? I know often we go to the sources in the world. We go to what people have said about us. We look at our accomplishments. We look at the things that we have achieved in this world. We as women, we tend to look at our physical attributes as well. But we want to go to the expert in the field. The expert when it comes to humanity. The master of humanity, actually, which is our Creator, God. So let's take the jeweler off here and let's write in God, our Creator, the expert in the field of you. This stick figure here is going to represent you. Now, the expert in the field knows everything about you. He doesn't have a glass like the jeweler does, but he knows everything about you, dear one. He knows the very hairs that are on your head. He knows every thought you have before you even have the first thought. He knows what you're going to think. He knows every one of your days before one came to pass. He is intimately acquainted with you. Nothing's hidden from him. He knows you. He is the expert when it comes to you. And the expert has declared your worth. And he says the price for you is that of his Son, Jesus Christ. You, dear one, on this worth scale, it's not going to fall and say that you are less valuable, of less worth. Nor is it going to tip in this direction, saying that Jesus is more worth or more value. The scale is going to balance out because the expert in the field, the Creator God who loves you, created you, he says you are equal in worth, equal in value to that of his Son, Jesus Christ. I want to encourage you to receive this, to just embrace it and let it go deep within you. It will truly be good medicine for your heart.